There is no protocol for this.
Welcome to another episode of No Protocol for This. I'm Nate,
And I'm Allie.
and we're here on a Friday night, and we had nothing better else to do. Well,
Nothing
actually,
better else to do.
that's a portion of our night tonight. We are going to rapid fire off the hip questions, random stuff, and just talk about it. It's going to keep it super lighthearted, fun, exciting. Hopefully, you guys will laugh. Probably no real advice on this one. Just some of
Just a
this.
casual Friday night.
Yeah, casual Friday night that you guys could probably relate to on some of these things. That being said, we're powering ourselves by coffee and tea. Once again, of course, caffeine and no caffeine. Because Allie can't have caffeine because of her heart condition super late at night, and she can't really go to sleep pretty easily. So there is that.
I like to pretend it's coffee
Yeah,
in my mind.
unless we're staying up.
Yeah.
Binge watching one of our favorite shows.
Yeah.
You can't really binge watch it though because it comes out every Thursday night.
I mean, you can binge watch it if you aren't caught up yet. But if you're like us, you anticipate every Thursday, we're like, okay, we got to hurry up and finish our stuff so we can go watch it.
Yeah, it's like one of our get up to the bedroom, put 2 pillows behind you, and sit up in the bed. We actually got this really cool thing. I want to try it, but Allie got it. It's from Costco. It's like honestly, it kind of looks like a triangle.
It's a wedge.
It's a wedge. Yeah.
Yeah. It is my favorite. I mean, I have gone through so many pillows in my
Yeah.
just in the last year.
Yeah.
And it's a super comfy
It
wedge
folds
pillow.
in like different ways too, which is pretty cool. So you can have it in like all these different shapes and stuff like that. But the show that we're talking about, I don't know if any of y'all have heard it. It's called The Pit.
Yeah, it's our current comfort show right now, and last night it was kind of like, "Oh my gosh, we have so much to do." We had doctor's appointments, we had this, we had everything, and then we got home like, "Okay, we need to finish up our stuff so we can go watch The Pit."
Yeah.
And then I'm, like, bummed when it's over though. I'm like, "Wait, I want more."
It kind of sucked because yesterday wasn't a very good episode.
Yeah, it was decent.
Besides the
No
new.
spoiler alerts.
Well, I'm gonna let him know the new doctor got shit on, so like physically shit on. So it
It was
was
a probie.
it was kind of fun. It was a pro. Hey, that's my realm. That's my realm.
No, that is a good show.
Yeah, super good
But
show.
yeah.
But if you haven't watched it, it's on HBO Max. Comes out every Thursday. We're on season 2 right now, so there's still time to catch up. For all you old folks out there like Allie and I, if you ever watched ER, one of the doctors from that, or one of the actors, excuse me, I oversaid some random ass bullshit.
Yeah, he
And
tried to tell me that in real life he was a doctor, and I'm pretty sure he's not, but okay.
yeah, I was like,
I
oh
will
no, he
fact check.
totally is. And then she had to fact check me.
Yeah, I fact check everything he tells me because most of the time it's fake news from Instagram or something.
I think I fact checked that one though. I think I pulled it up because I was like,
Maybe.
I could be wrong on this. This doesn't seem very right. But yeah, it's a pretty cool show. It's a hospital ER that's based out of Pittsburgh, which is pretty sick. So one of the busiest hospitals there is in the United States. I'm sure if there's if there's anyone listening to this and
Hello.
yeah, like traveling nurses or something like that, they're like maybe
Or
have
if you
gone
just need
there.
like a good show to watch that's
No, I'm saying like people that may have gone to that hospital, like if
oh,
they're basing it
yeah.
fully on that fact. But yeah, there's that.
Wonder how realistic it is.
It's better than the Real Housewives, that's for sure.
Hey, that's my guilty pleasure.
That or Below Deck or On Deck or
Below Deck and any Bravo reality TV, like when I have nothing better to do, and that no offense to those people on the shows, but it makes me feel better about my life. Like they have so much drama, and I know it's like over dramatized and probably scripted because that's what makes good TV. But there's a part of me that watches it and I'm like, oh, I thought my life was a shit show. Like, look at their lives. Like,
what's
granted, they have a lot of money supposedly, but
Oh.
9 times out of 10, someone goes to jail. So
Yeah, that's
do they
true.
really have a lot of money?
What's that other one? It's like downtown in Charlestown or
Southern Charm?
Southern Charm. Yeah, that's what it was.
Again, just makes me feel good about my life because, like, I look back on, again, the chaos of life and I'm like, nah, theirs is worse.
They're super successful.
At least I semi have my shit together.
They're famous, we're not.
Nah, that's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, Friday night, figured this would be a lighthearted, fun, rapid fire questions that we'll go back and forth answering. And maybe you guys can relate to us a little bit on these. And maybe you'll just realize that we are a little crazy.
It is Blue Friday too, so just wanted to let everybody know that my Seahawks are gonna be
I
in
was
the
like, what the hell
Super
is Blue
Bowl.
Friday?
Blue Friday, yeah, you were supposed to wear something. So go Hawks, I'm shouting out them.
Dolphins all the way.
Guys don't have a head coach nor a quarterback,
I
so
will, for like maybe the one time in my life, actually cheer on the Seahawks because I don't know. Drake May is a good quarterback, but I'm a Dolphins fan. So in my heart, could I truly actually ever root for the Patriots? No.
no, then I think they're gonna get annihilated.
So
I was
I'm
I was watching, somebody on Instagram today and their kids, they were, like, totally doing a little reel or something for themselves, and their kid was, like, slouching in the passenger seat, and they were like, "I'm gonna I just wanna" nice.
technical
She just totally
technical foul.
hit her mic with her coffee cup, that's awesome. But no, one of the kids was like just totally cut her off and was like, I'm gonna predict the score for the Seahawks game." And he was like, "It's gonna be 45-17." And she was like, "What? That's a crazy number. Go Hawks, I guess."
I mean, at some point though, I can kind of see that because the Seahawks, unwilling to admit, but I guess I will admit, we talked about it, have like an all around good team. They have an amazing defense, a really good offense. So together they have a good team, and that's where a lot of the NFL teams lacked is they had some would have a really great offense, some would have a really great defense, and the Seahawks have both, like
Yeah.
decent to good offense and defense. Whereas the Patriots, like I think their defense lacks. Like if you watch them play against the Broncos, that game should have been a bigger score, like a higher scoring game.
I mean, granted, it did snow like crazy there, so
Yeah,
I and we weren't on the field, right? Like,
right.
they were sitting there
Look at
it
me, like I play professional football, like,
I like
"Guys,
how
you could have done this."
this podcast turned into a
Talking about
Fox
football.
1
I
sports.
know, I got away with something. Okay,
No,
maybe we
it's
should
okay.
give them something fun to listen to
Hey,
where
it
we
is. We said it was fire off the hip
but this is
Friday.
our life though, like, this goes with that squirrel stuff that we do all the time where I can 100% be focused on one thing and then, like, sidetrack myself, but still go right back to the same thing I was just
Yeah.
focused on. Multitasking, guys,
Labrador energy.
at its finest. I don't Labrador, you were a
That's
golden
me.
retriever
The
the other
golden
day.
retriever. They're the same thing.
They're
Alright,
animals.
we pulled a few questions from, our best friend, OpenAI, and
ChatGPT.
yeah, ChatGPT. Shout out them. I think they're actually gonna start making processing chips pretty soon, and they're gonna be competing with NVIDIA, which is pretty rad, so,
Anyways, sidetracked.
yeah.
Yeah, we did pull some ChatGPT roulette questions today.
Well, I was trying to bring, like, the one question we had was
Oh,
the show, the Bender show. So I was trying to, like,
yeah.
cycle through a couple of shows and then go from there. So, mind you, we do have a question on here. There is something that's playing that's what was that question? It's
What's currently living rent free in
there
our
you go.
house and shouldn't be?
Yeah, yeah.
My kids.
I said the cat.
Legit though, like why they're old enough to like do chores and earn their keep. And when I was 12 years old, I was just talking about this. Like my friend and I went in our backyards and picked cherries and pears and peaches or whatever trees we had out there and walked around to all of our neighbors' houses and we sold them. And that was our money to do things.
Yeah,
M- These little gremlins live here 100% rent free. Come home and constantly like, Mom, I'm doing a fundraiser for this. Mom, I need money for soccer. Mom, I need lunch money. Like, what do I look like? I'm made of money?
yeah. Well, they hardly do their chores too.
That's
Like,
the other
they
thing.
have, like, 1 chore, and they have 2. It's keep all your shit upstairs and do the dishes.
Keep your bathroom clean.
Yeah,
But that's
bathroom's
just like
clean. But it's
common.
typical
Like
stuff. I mean,
the
we
house
talked
should be clean.
well, when we were 12, we were also, basically being parentalized into being adults at a young age, and, "Alright, hurry up, grow up," kind of a thing, and, "Oh, you hurt yourself? Here's some dirt."
That's 100% though. Like,
"Does it need stitches? No. Okay, go out back outside and play."
yeah. And I understand that people are going to tell me they're growing, they're learning. Yeah, so am I. I'm still growing and learning.
I'm still
And I'm
growing and
not
learning.
saying that they should go get a job and work hard labor, but They could do a little bit more around the house, maybe that's on us.
That's
It's
totally
hard if it gets
honest.
to the point where it's like, "Hey, guys, can you do the dishes?" "Okay, do the dishes," and then I get so, like, I like a clean house that I just do the dishes, and I
Uh,
think that's why they don't, because they
yeah.
know
Yeah,
one
they
of us
know.
are gonna do it.
Yeah.
So maybe we're living rent free and shouldn't be.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
I pay rent, but
I'm sure these people have, kids out there that do the same thing. You ask them 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 100 times, then nothing happens, and you're just like, "Yo,
Yeah,
I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it." No, I was saying the cat. Right now, our cat is, she has never been an outside cat, and so my aunt is a vet, and, I kinda briefly talked to her about, "Is that okay? Do I need to get her, um, spayed," or whatever they call that, fixed.
fixed.
Oof, and she's not fixed, and so every, what, couple months? I feel like it's every couple months that she starts meowing really loud, getting low, and I know that's on me. I gotta go get her
Ugh,
fixed, but
it's like
she
is that like being in heat, right?
yes,
I mean, I'm
it's
not a cat. I
it's
don't know much about.
I'm surrounded by 4 women in this house.
Yeah, but she's I love her to death, but she gets annoying, like, outside the bedroom door, just forever, and I'm like,
She's bad.
"Stop."
She's really bad.
Walking, like, tripping on your like, walking in between your feet, so you're tripping on her.
She'll legitimately find a sock and, like, start humping it. It's pretty crazy. Like, it's
Yeah,
really
she
bad.
likes soft things
You're
in
like,
this
"Why
moment.
are you getting so close to the ground right here?" And you're balled up, and then you go pick her up, and she's like, "Meow," like, making crazy ass noises.
Yeah. Yeah, she's living rent free.
Yeah, she is living and she's got a Kosht too. She's got an automatic feeder, water whenever she
What
wants
is
it.
Kosh?
Kosh? Like Kush? Kush. Kush. She's got a Kosh. I said it with, like, an accent.
Yeah, okay, mate.
Kosh. Alright. I shouldn't
Thank
make
you.
fun of anybody that's they could be like, "We don't fucking talk that way."
Yeah, it's just our way of saying that that was not the right word.
I get in a bad habit of talking with an accent when I'm around people with accents. Like, there was this time that I was in Hawaii, and one of the vendors in Waikiki was sitting there, and they were like we were going through, and the one lady that decided she was gonna be a little bit louder than everybody else was like, "Would you care for a bag?" And I was like, "No, fuck." I might have had one.
Does it still, like, embarrass you when you're like, "Shit, I just tried to talk like them, like,
Oh, it
why
does.
did I just do that?"
It does. When I was in Austin, and somebody was we had an Australian dude. He was like, "Hey, mate, you can come sit over here." And I was like, "Oh, can I? Really?" He's like, "What the fuck? You're
But,
Australian?"
like, they
I
don't
was
try to
like,
talk like us.
"No, I am from Washington." We got Tom Holland. He does a really good American accent, and he's British, so
I just mean people that are the person was you said in Austin, like,
yeah,
so they were in Texas.
yeah.
They weren't trying to talk like an
No,
American.
they
They were
weren't.
just like, "Yeah, here I
They
am in my full
definitely weren't.
glory."
They definitely weren't.
I don't know, I can't do accents, like, I try and it's humiliating, and it's like, you'll tell me to do a British accent and I'll do it, and you're like, "That's Australian."
I wish somebody would do, like, an interview with somebody, like an actor that was, like, say they were British, and they were doing the interview in a British accent, but they played a lot of American parts, and the interviewer just kinda, like, fucked with them a little bit and was like, "Why are you pretending to be British right now?" They're like, I've heard your voice.
So,
You're
yeah.
on movies." And they're like, "What are you talking about?"
No,
No,
don't
no.
ask me to do any accents. I mean, I might every once in a while slip up and do one just because sometimes I do that, but don't ask me what accent I was doing. Because 'cause I'm like, "I don't know, it's just whatever the hell just came out of my mouth."
Yeah, you don't ask
I
Alan,
just
he affects
make
you.
noises.
We all make noises.
Yes.
We're all
But no, for sure. Kids and cats, rent free. They need to be doing something. I don't know what Salem would be doing. She's a cat.
alright, well, speaking of, what there was a pet peeve question.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. What is a pet peeve that we have that makes no sense, but it's still like something that bothers us that shouldn't bother us?
I'm gonna say putting your stuff away. It used to bother me the most. I hate people that tuck things away, like,
Tuckers.
they're trying to, like, clean or tuck. I hate it, like, it used to bother me the most when my tools at work, like, everything I'm so OCD that they had a place because time was money in those situations, and, it'd be like 12, 13-hour day, and not having something or having to go buy something because I didn't know if I had it drove me nuts. And then, like, at the end of the day, when you I understood when it was, like, 5, 6 o'clock at night and we wanted to get off the job site, and people were just like, "Alright, throw it all in the van, we'll figure it out in the morning." But I think that really that is pulled, like, to home, and I'm like, "Just
Yeah.
just just put it away."
Well,
Like,
and I think it was r and it's still to this day still hard for you with the kids, and
yeah,
come on, I mean, anyone out there with children in their household knows that,
it
like,
is.
we're gonna have some sort of mess in this house at any
Yeah,
point in time,
it is.
and there's no keeping it clean, so I think for you, it was a matter of, I literally just asked them to put this stuff away, and I'm like, "Yeah, but they're not done making their sandwich, and you want the bread put away right this second." They'll put the bread away after they make their sandwich and eat their sandwich, and then they're cleaning up because that's just what they do.
Yeah,
So I think, yeah, it's about I like clean hat things too. I like my house clean. The girls, they call theirs clean, and then they call mom clean.
I
When I
do.
say, "Did you clean your room?" They're like, "What kind of clean? Like mom clean or just clean?" But you do take it to another level where it's, "Put your stuff away. Why is
Well,
this out?"
I'm like a controlled chaos because, I like my plants, I like all that kinda stuff. Total plant dad over here, shout out, and you're a plant mom now.
Learning.
Um, and she took it away from me. She took my green thumb, she cut it off, put it in the witch's brew, and then took
Drank
the,
it.
elixir. Now
Now I
she
know how
now
to
she has the
raise
green thumb.
plants.
No, but I don't like the clutter, like, things gotta have places for themselves.
Yeah, I don't like clutter either, and things do have a place, but sometimes if something's still on the table, like 5 minutes longer than it should be,
Yeah.
you get annoyed,
I'm like,
and
"Ugh."
I'm just over here like, "Okay, we'll get it put away in a minute, I'm busy doing something." But yeah, that I would say that's definitely a pet peeve that shouldn't be one,
Yeah.
or that
No, it shouldn't
bothers
be.
you and it shouldn't,
Yeah,
because you can easily just put something away.
exactly.
I would
But when you're on
say
your 100th thing of putting something away, you're like,
yeah.
"Oh my gosh."
What is a pet peeve I have that bother I feel like, I'm perfect, so all my pet peeves are logical. No, just kidding.
Again, don't
Um,
let her fool you.
what is a pet peeve? I mean, my biggest pet peeve is one I will say is not something that's illogical? Is that a word? I don't know. Is not something that it's something that makes no sense. I hate when I can hear people chewing their food or their gum or slurping their drinks, like, close your mouth. Chew with your mouth closed. Don't put such a big wad of gum or bite of food in your mouth that you are chomping that thing. I swear I could be sitting 20 feet away from someone that's chewing with their mouth open, and I'll immediately be like, "Why?" I can hear that, but I don't hear little things.
No.
I will hear that. So that's something though that I feel is a normal pet peeve.
Well, I mean, sometimes it comes up. Like, we were trying to upload our episodes the other night,
And you were
and
standing behind
I
me.
was
Oh,
I was trying to help her do the episode and, like, trying to figure out what was going on, and I was eating ice cream, hardly,
but you're like,
and she turned around and she goes, you could tell she was irritated because of what was going on the laptop, and she was like, "Can you not chew like that?" And I was like, "It's not even that loud."
and that's my go-to line too, "Can we not?"
Yeah,
That's what I tell people, like, the girls or people I know, not just some random stranger that's chewing that way, but I would just turn around or look at them and say, "Can we not?" or "Can
not
you not?"
not like the girl at the doctor's office the other day. "Can we not?"
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely a pet peeve that sometimes I think it's a normal pet peeve, but for me, it just really, like, irks my nerve
Yeah,
where
really grinds your gears.
yeah, where the littlest, like, smack, and it won't even be something super loud, I'm just that's so annoying. But I would say maybe a pet peeve that I have, and maybe you can attest to this, like, I have a real annoyance when people downplay what I do for work in
Mm,
the sense of the field I work in.
yeah,
I
or, like, misunderstand what you're doing. Like, actually do, is that what you're trying to say?
well, just in the sense of when I tell people, like, when they say, "What do you do for a living?" and I just say, "I'm a nurse practitioner. I work in dermatology."
Yeah.
And they, like, immediately think I'm a cosmetic specialist.
Oh, you're like Doctor Pimple Popper.
Yeah, I mean, I do remove things like cysts and things, but she's on TV for a reason.
Yeah.
But they immediately go like, "Oh, you have a cush job."
Yeah.
No, I don't. My job's difficult. Like, you tell me somewhere, not to say anybody else's, I just think there's reasons we have specialists. We
Mhm.
all specialize in that thing, right? And so I would never go to someone in another specialty and say like, that job would be boring or that job would be I couldn't do that because there's not much to learn there and I need to be busier.
Yeah,
'Cause I don't know their job. I don't know their specialty. We learn a little bit about everything in our profession, but then we specialize. So I couldn't go to a cardiologist and say like, "Yeah, that's a cush job." That's definitely not.
yeah,
Or what would I say? What's something that you could? I don't even know. Like urology. To me, like, I know I could never do urology because 'cause I'd be like, "Ooh, I don't know." But there's a lot of ins and outs to it that I don't know about, so I would never judge someone's job by that
yeah,
or just assume because I don't think people know what dermatology is.
yeah,
And I get tired of explaining it to them, even if they work in healthcare, but I know just because that's why we get the referrals of like, "Oh, my provider thought I had this." I'm like, "That is most definitely not what you have."
yeah. I
So
could do astrology.
that is definitely a big pet peeve is when people just downplay what dermatology is because it's actually the skin is the biggest organ of your body, and it shows things that people just think it's, "Oh, you have acne or you have eczema." There's so much more to it. We diagnose things that are internally going on because it's going to reflect externally.
Yeah,
But anyways, I just get really upset when people I think part of it is just because I worked really hard and went through a lot of school to get where I'm at to, like, work in this field, and it is much more complex than people think, so that is a pet peeve that probably shouldn't be one, but it is,
yeah,
because when people do that, I just like, "Oh, I just wish I could bring you along with me for a day to show you what we actually treat." So
yeah.
much
You
more
just
than just
yeah, just get some filler in there and do some
Yeah.
injections,
Yeah.
call it good.
No. But I guess that's, like, kind of a question too, like, that's something to think about. What is something what it like, I guess for you, you worked 2 jobs,
Yeah.
so go with either job, but what's something people think your job is like, but it really isn't?
So I'll do both of them. I used to work in construction, and I kinda did a little bit of everything. Um, we remodeled a lot of stuff, specifically around, like, fireplaces, and, we did indoor, outdoor fire pits, that kind of thing, and, a lot of people would, because I could because I could run the gas line, do the electrical, and things like that, people would turn around and, like, ask us or ask me in particular, like, "Oh, can you take a look at this over here?" Like, something not even close to what we're working on and be like, "This outlet doesn't work," or "It only works here, and then it doesn't work over here, but the top one doesn't work," or "Does the plumb"
Like, you're
like
a full-blown
yeah, like,
electrician?
we'll
Yeah.
go, like, I have my license, but, like, you go under you go under the house, and they'll be like and it's just gnarly under there, and they're like, "You didn't see any leaking pipes, did you?" I'm like, "That's not what I
I'm
was
not a plumber.
looking for." Like, I'm running gas line right now. But that just a little bit of that, but I think the second one is, I love the banter back and forth between firefighters and cops. It's pretty funny because cops will say, "Oh, you firefighters just sit around and take showers together and play video games and cuddle each other and everything like that," and I think a lot of people just think that we or that's kind of the misconception of what we do when realistically we're like constantly training and having to be up on our certs and things like that. So it's like,
You mean there's a real job in there?
well, they call it a firehouse. Like even though we're at the house like all the time, like 24 hours, 48
Don't
hours,
let
like
him fool you. He'll be at the fire station, be like, "Yo, can I get your Netflix login?"
that's true. But it's also I'm also preparing myself for 12 o'clock at night when I get maybe an hour of a situation before I have to go out on another call. And I need something to fall asleep to. And I definitely need my phone to go off because I have I got I'll just go off on a tangent and on this one because you brought it up. But and this is why I've asked for the Disney account because shout out Star Wars. I love Star Wars. I'll watch all the episodes whenever, wherever, over and over again. Um, but I woke up one morning and I looked at my phone, and that's how we get some of our alerts on our phone, but tones go off overhead. And I looked at my phone, and there was there was like an actual call, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Like I freaked out, I panicked, and I
Yeah.
looked at it, and it said King County. Obviously, we're not in King County up there. I was like, "Oh," I was like, 911 probably dispatched it to the wrong area. And I come out, and my two lieutenants are standing out there in the bay. And they go, "What's up, Sleeping Beauty?" And I was like, "Hey," they're like, "You didn't want to get up for that call?" I was like, "Was that actually us?" And they were like, "Yeah, we actually went out to a call." And I was like, "Was it really bad?"
You're like,
They
"Shit."
were like, I felt so fucking bad. I was like, "Oh my god." I probably heard Sleeping Beauty for a good month after that.
It's your new nickname.
No, it didn't stick. That's now my tones are so loud that everybody in the next room can
Oh, I
hear
know,
me.
because then you come home and forget to turn it off, and,
Yeah,
like, you don't have to be on the clock to get tones or whatever you call them.
yeah.
It will go off in the middle of the night, and he'll sleep through it, and I will wake up and get so frustrated, I'm like, "Turn it off." I like my sleep, don't interrupt it.
Yeah, I know, it's bad. It's super bad, but yeah, people just think like, "Oh, you're just hanging out at the firehouse, just just cooking,
Just doing your
watching
thing.
TV, playing pool," when realistically, like, I do instructing, I help out with, EMT and things like that, so it's just a constant
It's busy.
you think when you think you're gonna go there and not have a busy day is when it turns around and you have, like, the MSO turn around and be like, "Hey, um, we have EMT school today. Can you be a patient?" And you're like, "For what?" And they're like, "Sign-offs." And you're like, "Oh, cool. So I have 10 emails to go through with everything and
It's
all
your
that."
lucky
And
day.
you're like, "Oh my god." But I love doing what I do. Like, I'm pretty upset that I'm not there, as of recent, but yeah. Fresh Funky Friday.
Yeah. I think mine would be exactly what I just said for my pet peeve,
Yeah,
is
I figured
people
that's what you were leading. You were already
yeah,
leading into it.
is people, like, automatically being like, "Oh, you must make good money. There's a lot of money in Botox and fillers." I don't do that. I did it as a nurse because yeah, that's, like, what you do as a nurse versus other roles, but dermatology is also medicine, guys. Like, there is medicine out there, and it's actually one of the most understudied things. That's why so many what we try to Google the other day is how many actual different rash diagnoses are there, and the internet
Oh,
couldn't even
yeah.
tell us. Because I think people don't realize they just think everything's either you have eczema or have psoriasis. Okay, well, there are so many other rashes, and it's up to us to differentiate them. So it really, yeah, people think that my job is just going and making people look pretty, but it's not. I don't even do the cosmetic stuff anymore. It's all medicine, and I love it.
Some
I
of the
love the
stories she
medicine.
has, they're crazy.
Yeah. They would be crazy if
They're
I could
wild.
tell all of them.
I wasn't gonna dig into them. HIPAA violations all the way.
Yeah.
But, um, okay, I think we got another question. Rapid
Yeah.
fire, bang, bang.
Rapid fire. What's something that you have confidently said, but it was absolutely incorrect?
Your story is way better than it was kinda funny. It was
I don't
cool.
it's short and sweet, but
Yeah.
oh my gosh, and it was literally this just happened to me the other day, so when I saw this on the ChatGPT roulette, I was like, "Okay." I just started laughing out loud even reading the question, and this is what's really gonna be shitty is that if I say this and it's just like crickets, where it's like, "Okay, that was only funny in your head."
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's
Um
how it's always gonna
But it's
be.
funny because if anybody could have seen me, I was, like, so confident in this moment, just I was I was at work and I was walking out of a room, and I was saying what I was trying to say was, "Yep, things look great. You get an A plus for today. You have a clean bill of health." But apparently my brain, like, dehumaned for a second and glitched, forgot how to work, and I flat out, like, walked out so confident. It's the fact that I was exiting the room, it's not even like I could correct myself
Yeah.
because I was walking out of a room, and I was like
You're like, "Door shut."
I was like, "Yeah, you did great. You have a clean bill of slate." And I walked out and shut the door. And I was like then I walked out, I was like, "The fuck did I just say?" Like and then I kept replaying it and I said it out loud and my assistant, like, looked at me and I was like, "I just fucking said you have a clean bill of slate." Like, what is that? Like, "You bought some slate and here's your bill?"
Here's your
Like,
bill. There you
no,
go.
"You have a clean slate maybe or, like, a clean bill of health?" That would be great, but no, my lovely self
You have a
said it with so much confidence, shut that door behind me, and then was like,
you were like, "Alright,
"Fucking
that
idiot."
was wrong.
Yep,
Peace."
and I'm gonna go melt now. Yeah, so super short and sweet
On
story,
to the
but
next patient.
I was so confident in that. I was like, "Yeah, things were great. Let's leave, shut the door on a high note, and shut the door to make it seem uneducated." Yes, so that was my thing that I said with such confidence
The
and
next patient
was
had a
wrong.
clean slate of bill.
Yeah, there you go. And it wasn't wrong in the sense of, like, I gave him wrong facts, so that was good. It
Oh,
was just
yeah.
wrong in that, like, I just completely discombobulated that
You're talking to the
phrase.
king that miscombobulates words.
Miscombobulate. See, there you go.
Yeah, discombobulates
What is
everything.
something you've said confidently and just was totally wrong?
Oh, well, I do it all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
That's life motto for you, and I'm always like, "What are you even trying to say?"
I
Like
can't
your preference?
my brain thinks too fast for my words to come out of my mouth. Like,
Mm.
it
You can't
doesn't
multitask, like, your
it
brain doesn't
doesn't
communicate to your
flow.
mouth as fast as you think.
Fun fact, the brain doesn't multitask, and it just
Oh.
you can't differentiate between how fast you're doing 2 things at once.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's crazy. No, something that happened to me, this is a long time ago when I was in high school, but I was playing hooky from work. I used to work at this restaurant. Shout out, my mom used to work there too, and, it was snowing, and I wanted to go snowboarding, and so we ditched work and then went up to I think we went up to Crystal Mountain and, got all the way up there. I think it was like season opener or something like that, and we'd gone up and down the mountain a whole bunch of times. We stopped, we went to the lodge for a second, and it was like King 5 or Como News was out there, and just so happened to, like, grab me for an interview,
Of all
you
people,
know?
like, all the people there, I can imagine.
And of course, I think I was like 16, 17. I'm like gung ho, like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll do an interview. Not realizing in my head, hey, you idiot, you played hooky. Everybody watches this shit. And so they were asking me and they were like, are you excited for the snow? Like, how's it going? And in my head, it sounded completely right. And it's not until I got home that I
And,
realized
like, watched yourself on the
and my
news.
mom watched it, and my mom's husband, my dad watched it, and what I said was they were like, "Are you glad it's snowing? Like, there's so much snow coming down," and I was like, "Yeah, yeah, it's you gotta love it coming," and they were like and it just got they paused, and I was like in my
That's what
head,
she said.
I was like, "That yeah, exactly," and so I got home, and my mom was like, "Nate, you were on the news. You weren't you were
You know
playing."
what that was, though? That was just karma biting you in the ass,
Yeah, it
like
was. Yeah, it was. And my mom was like, "Gotta love it coming." She's like, "It's not a long time coming." And she's like I was like, "What? No, that's not how you say that." And she's like, "No, that's how you say that." And I was like, "Oh my gosh."
How much do you wanna bet, like, the newscast people were like, "I wish I could just say that's what she said," but
Yeah.
they have to maintain their professionalism.
Yeah, like that one
I couldn't do it, I would just be like, "That's what she said."
I know everybody's probably thinking about that one meme of that guy that ran into the back, and I'm not
Uh,
gonna say it on our podcast because
oh,
it's pretty vulgar, but, like, I'll show it to you later. But,
'kay.
yeah,
You're more of the meme person here.
more of the meme person for sure.
I feel like there's probably so many moments because that's just
I
us
mean, you
where
just did one. Remember?
we're miscombobulated
Yeah, where you
instead of discombobulated.
discombobulated?
Well, that's what I'm
You
saying.
dislocated your
Yeah,
words?
I probably do it all the time, and then but I'm the type of person and sometimes I, like, at work, I'm like, "Maybe I shouldn't be like that when I'm with a patient," where I will correct myself and be like, "Well, I didn't human for a second," and then I will say the right thing instead of just being like, "Wait, let me backtrack," and saying it more professional.
Yeah.
I'm just like, "Blah, blah, blah, that was not my brain glitched, sorry. Here's what I was actually trying to say."
There was a time in this household, like, a year ago when
We were making notes of all
there
the
was a
weird
lot
yeah,
of memes that were coming through, and then nobody could talk in this house. Well,
yeah.
I could talk, but everybody was watching these memes,
Yeah,
and
we got to a point where we were making a list of all the things we were trying to say, and there was just a good point in time where it kept happening to all of us. We're
yeah,
like, "What
and I
is in the
think it was
water
because you
right
guys were
now?"
watching these videos, and I'm like,
The
"You
funny
guys are making me
memes.
stupid." Like, you guys
We're
are
making ourselves
you're
dumb.
making yourself dumb. Like, this is what's happening to our children these days is they're watching too many of these dumb fucking
They're
reels.
listening to too many podcasts.
To yeah, that too.
They gotta find the right
That
ones.
one too.
Yeah. No, it does. I'm sure it happens all the time to everybody, but those are that was my most recent one that I was literally like, "Damn, I just said that."
Damn.
With so much confidence and walked away.
Mic drop.
Mic drop.
Boom.
Yes. You
Boom.
know, the other thing that lives rent free in this house and it's not in the house, is
Coffee
like
cups?
90% of what's in our garage.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
thought about that when I was just like, I don't know, kinda looking through this. Most of what's sitting in our garage. Other than the gym equipment, that's good, but then just I'm not a clutter person, there's so many boxes. It's all stuff we eventually use, but I wish it would go away.
Yeah, there is a lot of boxes in there.
It's like Christmas decor and Halloween decor and stuff where I'm like, "Cool, but can this, like, disappear until it is Christmas?"
We still have Thanksgiving tables and chairs in
Okay,
there that
that stuff
belong to
does
my
need
mom,
to get taken
which we
back, but
might yeah, we
take
might
it
have to
back.
get to take that back pretty soon.
Yeah, yeah, dropping it off, but
Dropping it off.
yeah, I think it's fun every once in a while, like, obviously, our podcast, we wanna do a lot of, like, advice things for you guys, and but we will always make it lighthearted and fun in our conversation, but every once in a while, we might just pop on to say, "Hey, and here's some fun questions we're gonna answer for you," just so on your drive home or if you're having your you time and just need to decompress and just turn on the
I
podcast.
have no idea why I thought you were gonna say uterus. I'm your uterus, and I was
Yeah,
like, "What?"
when you are, having your uterus, whatever that means, having your you time and decompressing, you just turn on something fun and lighthearted where you don't really have to follow it and you're not like you're listening but not listening. It's my background noise, as I call it.
Yeah.
Like while I was putting tables together today, turn on a podcast. But
Realistically, we needed more clips for reels too, so
there you go. We just needed more little snippets.
tell
Little
your friends to watch us.
No, I think, it'll be kind of all over the place sometimes because that's just what we want our podcast to be about, where we're talking about different things. Sometimes we might throw out a good place to visit or a restaurant or something some new product we tried, but
Let's make this one a little bit longer because we did just have that restaurant, and I've got the yeah, like
we did just go to a really good
yeah,
restaurant actually
um,
last night, right? Was that last night already? Yeah.
yeah, last night. We went to, Asado's in Tacoma, Washington. It's a what do they describe it? Like an
There's
Argentine.
no S at the end, it's just Asado in
Oh,
case
just
you wanted to
Asado,
know.
pardon. It's on
Um,
6th Ave in Tacoma.
I think what did she say? Argentine how do you say that?
Argentinian?
Argentinian? I don't know.
Argentinian?
Steakhouse.
Yeah, Argentinian steakhouse.
Super good. Wait staff was amazing, like,
Yeah.
really good.
Oh, yeah, they were on point for sure.
Food was great. We're not big drinkers, but we always get, like, 1 drink with our nice dinner,
Yeah. I had
and
the, vampire martini.
Diablo
Diablo
martini.
martini. Why did I say
I have
vampire?
no idea.
Because it
Maybe
was
because it was
red?
red,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It looked like blood maybe
It
or like Bloody Mary,
it
but
was
not.
like it was like sex in your mouth.
It was so good
It explored my taste buds and took it to a whole new
in ways
level.
you'll never imagine.
Never imagine.
But the food was really good too.
Yeah.
The steak was amazing.
Yeah, if
I
you
mean,
go
everything we ate was good.
it is a little bit pricier,
It's a
but,
steakhouse.
it's a steakhouse. It's 100% worth it. Um, but if you're kinda, like, looking at the steaks, if you do go there,
We'll post some pictures on our
yeah.
Instagram, so,
Uh-huh.
of just, like, the vibe, more so like our food, the cool drink that we're talking about. I tried 2 drinks. I went all out, guys, last night. I had 2 whole drinks. It's a
2.
record for me, because I got the asado fresca, which I thought was like it was really good, don't get me wrong, because I was like, "Ooh, something refreshing. It's been
Mhm.
a long day," and it had, like well, fresca, like, sparkling water. It
Yeah.
had grapefruit and I think gin, so lighthearted, like I say. I don't know why it's lighthearted.
There used to
Light,
be
refreshing.
remember those, like it was like a flavored soda water
The
when we yeah.
frescas, yeah.
Oh, is that what they're called?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure,
Yeah.
right? Anyways, it had that gin and
I
then,
was
like
like, it reminded me of that with alcohol in it.
with alcohol, and that was really good, but then I tasted his and I was like, I love me a good spice in
Yeah.
my tangy drinks too, like a
Mhm.
spicy margarita. Oh my goodness. I can't even explain it. You just if you're ever in Tacoma, Washington, you have to go try it, and like I said, we'll post some pictures on our Instagram,
Yeah. It's a
so you have to
good
go check it
place
out.
too, so if you're there, there's some, there's some stores around it. It's like Old
It's a
Town
good
Tacoma,
location,
so
yeah.
it's you can walk up and down, it's pretty cool.
It's got a cool little vibe inside.
Mhm.
I like it.
Yeah, it's super vibey. We had the flat iron steaks, so weren't super expensive because balling on a budget.
Heck yeah. But also, to be fair too, those were the steaks that came, like, recommended to us. So
Yeah,
they're like, "You have to go check out this place, and if you go, like, it's gonna sound funny, but get the flat iron steak, like, the cheapest steak on the menu," and we're like, "Okay, let's
yeah.
try it." And oh my god, it was so good.
Our tattoo artist
Literally so good. Yeah.
recommended it to us. Shout
Um,
out Ron at, Underworld Inc.
heck yeah. So, yeah, I always say too, because 'cause I'm like, where they always get that food? Like, they're always posting
Yeah.
cool food on there. I wanna try that. I love food.
Yeah, we just got done with a doctor appointment, and we're outside of our area, and we're like, I didn't pull anything out for dinner.
Yeah. Oh, where can we go?
Where can we go?"
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a super good spot. Um, I think they're open just for dinner. If you wanna go there in the summertime, they open up the garage doors on the front, you can sit out on the it's not like a balcony, it's kinda just like this front end spot that looks over the street,
And also, it's not a garage, they're just roll-up doors like you
like
would
a
see in a
garage door.
garage style
Yeah,
doors.
garage doors. No, it's
Yeah.
not a garage inside.
No, he's like, "They open their garage doors just at a house."
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
you know what I was saying. You're picking up
Mm,
what I'm putting down.
am I though?
You're
Nah,
smelling what I'm sniffing.
that's weird. No, really good place, I think definitely worth checking out. I'm glad we went. It was worth not getting stuck in too much traffic because we got to kill time.
Yeah.
And like I said, wait staff was amazing. Didn't have
Don't be a backseat driver. And
what?
tell people where the HOV line is.
Whoa, we squirreled hard just
We
now.
did, we did squirrel hard. We squirreled.
Yeah, well, let's talk about that for a second because I was
And she's like, "Yo, let's make it even longer."
so basically, Asado's great. Check it out, Tacoma, Washington.
Yep.
Try the flat iron steak or don't. Try whatever you want. The Diablo Martini is where it's at.
Yeah.
But anyways, we were driving home and we're driving like past a certain exit and he's like, get in the far left lane because it's 5 o'clock traffic at this point in Tacoma, Washington is absurd. And
I-5 is absurd just
yeah.
in general.
So we're driving
We
home. He's
have
like,
a thing called Revive I-5 right
yeah,
now.
get in the far left lane because it's going to become an HOV lane. I'm like, but the far left lane is the number one lane that doesn't move because everybody gets in the far left lane thinking it's going to move.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, 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 the HOV lane's coming up for exit 167. And we're driving, and we pull up to like pull up because we're in stop and go into the exit 167, as I say with my air quotes. And I'm like, where's exit 167? He was like, right there. And then we got in this like what I call our petty arguments because it was one of those like we're laughing at each other
Yeah, very
because
much.
I just have to prove that I was right. And he was like,
She
right
wanted
here.
things so confirmed and precise, like, I'm like,
But he does it too in the sense of how he fought back was how
"Mm,
he knew he was wrong, so he had to try and find a way to make himself right.
well, I've lived here longer,
But
so."
he so mind you, this exit is the exit number, like, I'm thinking an exit number, right? Like, "Oh, this is exit blah, blah, blah." The exit number is 127,
Yeah,
and so I was like, this is not 167, this is 127."
yeah.
And he was like, "No, this is 167. It takes you on 167." And I'm like the road. And I'm like, "No, this takes you on 512. It literally says exit 127 for 512." And then he tries to like, this is where he wants to be right, where he tries to like, it take what 512 takes you to 167. And I was like, okay, like I don't know anything about 167.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, she was right, but in all my years, I've always called it 167. I never call it 512 because it's like 10 exits until you get to the
That's
167.
10 whole exits.
No,
But
it's
then he tried to take it a step further though, where he was like, "You have been on 167. You know what
oh,
167
yeah.
is." And I was
She's
like,
been on 167 like
"Okay,
100 times.
that's not probably like 5." And he
No,
was like, "Remember when I drive that real big
the
what'd you
loop
say? The
the loop.
loop to get onto 512?"
Nah.
And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "That was 167." I was like, "Okay, so a little tenth of a mile loop that you drove to get on 512 was
Look,
167." And he was like, "But you've been on
I
167."
laid out so many times, and she was like, "I don't remember that. I wasn't looking at GPS. I was following you." I'm like,
Yeah.
"What?"
Well, and one of the times he was like, and yeah, that was the thing. I was like, yeah, and you just said you drove it. He's like, well, you were watching. I was like, yeah,
I was
I
like,
was
"You're a
out there with my little
passenger."
glasses analyzing every little road we turned on. No, you were wrong. You didn't want to admit it.
No, I was wrong. You're right.
Thank you.
Mhm,
This is why our relationship works, is because he knows I'm always right.
mm. Sometimes she tries to be right a little too much.
I'm just stubborn. I say it all the time. Like, my dad is half Irish, half Italian, 100% stubborn. And the apple did not fall too far from the tree.
Yeah, this there's gonna be a moment in time where I mean, you've said it a couple of times where you're like, "What would you do without me?" And I'd be like, "Still standing right here with Still missing the same thing that I
I'm
was
still
missing. I
standing.
just would maybe know where it is.
Oh, but
I
he
heard a skit about that actually. It was a wife, and he was like, I love my wife. She's the best wife in the world. She
besides me.
she's always there, and uh, she's she, she knows that she betters my life whenever she's in it or while she's in it. And he goes, but you know what the bad thing is? There's a flip side to that. That it's those days where she knows she betters my life when she's in it. So she has to remind me. And so she'll come up and I'll be losing my I think he said he was losing his belt. He lost his belt and couldn't find it. And his wife came up and held the belt in front of him. And he
So what would you
goes,
do without me?
she goes, what would you do without me? And he goes, I'd be right here still missing my belt, but I'd probably know where it is
I'd
because it
find
would
it
still be in
eventually.
my pants. They were on the floor from the night before. And he was like, she doesn't have to remind me. She doesn't have to remind me.
We just need to make sure you don't forget why your life is so great.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
It's just one of that's just our thing. We making sure you never forget about us. Not
Yeah.
that about us, but that we're the reason your life is great.
Yes.
And by we, I mean me.
She asked, what did you just ask me? You were like, who would live longer or yeah, without one of us in our lives?
No, I said if like what did I say? If one of us was gone for a week, like who would go the most crazy kind of thing? Like who would survive
Who would
better?
survive better?
Yeah,
And you were
I said
like,
me.
I was like, what? I used to live alone.
But that's different.
I
I
was like,
used
you had kids.
no, but in the sense of just each other. Like obviously I had kids, it's still the same. Now we're in each other's lives. Now that you know me, could you live without me?
No,
Exactly. See?
no,
You just answered the question.
no. I answered the question as in like this is a. I would get cut either way. I would
What
have
would
answered
Aaliyah
that.
say? Listen, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, bro.
That's yeah. Listen, bro. That's not true. You just said you couldn't live without me.
All
Fun
right.
facts. Fun facts.
Well, did we blab everybody's ear off for
Maybe. But again, hopefully one
fun?
day, to those few listeners that are out there listening to us, feel free again to chime in with what you guys want us to talk about. And really, there aren't, I mean, we'll probably find boundaries at some point. I would say my boundaries are like politics. I'm not going to talk about politics.
No, fuck no. I'm
We
not
want to
talking about
keep it,
politics.
again, mostly lighthearted in the sense of like we can bring humor to whatever advice we're giving you.
Yeah.
Because even the other day when we were talked about being overwhelmed, we still found a way to give a little humor in there. Um, but any questions you want us to answer within reason and
Yeah.
anything or like topics you're like, hey, what would you say about this subject? Feel free to reach out to us. I think best way is through our Instagram at no protocol for this to find us and then send anything in. We'll kind of filter it out if we need to. Again, we're not going to do anything absurd. We do have some boundaries, but we're also pretty open books. We
Pretty
like to
open
make it
books.
fun, hopefully.
Yep.
Yeah.
Poke fun a little bit. So
Thanks for sticking around with us, listening to us babble about our pet peeves, and please just remember
in the
that
most
dermatology is a real thing.
random shit.
Yeah, but again, as with anything in life, as with these protocols, there is no protocol for this.
Copy.
There is no protocol for this.